Good morning, everyone. It is 8:30 on Thursday, or Wednesday, April the 15th. It's tax day, and also time for morning situation. Excuse me. First of all, no changes to the National Terrorism Advisory System. Snapshot of the region this morning. Updated numbers from the unaccompanied children are on there from Monday. No declaration updates to talk about this morning. No damage assessments, and no fire management grant requests. As we switch over to the Geo platform this morning, got a little bit of color on the map. Mark's going to talk about that in just a moment. In the meantime, no changes to the status of our state EOCs over at level 4 steady state, as is the region here. No changes to the status of our IMAPs. No changes to the status of the small earthquakes north of Oklahoma City or in the Hervey area. And now, over to Mark to talk about the weather.
Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. We got an active 2 days coming up across FEMA 6 for today. You see there the pink areas over northeastern New Mexico into the western Texas and Oklahoma panhandles due to a fire weather threat for today. Otherwise, looking at radar, we do have some precip over northern Arkansas. That's moving on to the northeast. We will begin to see the precip enhance today across portions of West Texas and into western Oklahoma. And we do continue still with the minor river flood warnings, mainly along the Mississippi and across other portions of Arkansas, but really nothing too significant with that. So, looking at the 5-day threat matrix for today, we'll still see the threat for heavy rainfall over southeast Louisiana, and really that's going to continue right on through Saturday, as we're going to have several rounds of precip move up from the Gulf of Mexico. And also for today, a few severe thunderstorms possible from the Big Bend area of southwest Texas up into western Oklahoma. Looks like mainly hail and damaging winds will be the main threat, but the main severe weather threat will actually come tomorrow, where we do have an enhanced area of severe weather possible from the Texas Panhandle, portions of western Oklahoma, and then another separate area over South Texas. We do have the threat for some large hail damaging winds, and even a few tornadoes are possible across those areas. And then surrounding that will be a slight risk area, and that will extend across much of Texas and then up into western Oklahoma. And then that system continues to push onto the south and east on Friday, so the severe weather threat, slight risk for severe weather, will be over south and southeast Texas. And overall, the severe weather threat will decrease on Saturday, but there's still a small threat for some severe thunderstorms over eastern Arkansas and eastern Louisiana. And again, the heavy rain threat through Saturday for some southeastern and portions of southern Louisiana. And there's the outlines for today. There you see in the green the threat for marginal threat for severe weather, and then the critical fire weather conditions and heavy rainfall threat for southeastern Louisiana. And for tomorrow, the two areas of enhanced severe thunderstorm possibilities. Again, it looks like mainly for the Texas and western Oklahoma, it's going to be large hail, but we can't rule out some tornadoes. And then for South Texas, it's a damaging wind and hail threat. And again, we cannot rule out the threat of a few tornadoes. And again, the flash flooding threat continues for southeastern Louisiana. And looking at the drought matrix, or the drought monitor, we'll have another update coming up tomorrow. But the good news is, at least where we do see the worst of the drought from northwest Texas into western Oklahoma, the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles, we will have a couple of rounds of some precip coming up here for the next few days, and even the possibility of some widespread 2 to 3 inch rainfalls across that area. So hopefully that will come to fruition. And even into the latter part of next week and into next weekend, it looks like another system will impact that area with hopefully some welcome rainfall. Unfortunately, it looks like New Mexico is going to miss out on most of the rain, but maybe with that system coming through late weekend into next weekend, we'll begin to see at least a chance for some precip over New Mexico. And on to space weather. We do have a minor storm expected for tomorrow, some possible radio blackouts here coming up for the next few days, but overall impact should be pretty minor. So that's all I have for this morning. Paul, I'll toss it back to you.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. Yeah, any questions for the Weather Service? Go ahead and type those in the chat window. You're on the phone to ask your question. While you're doing that, we'll take a look at the meetings in the region today and looking forward to the rest of the week. And on this day in history, two things. The Titanic was sunk in 1912 and the Boston Marathon bombing. And there's a picture of the Titanic. Any questions this morning?